Okay. Apparently we're ready. So, yeah. Uh, we weren't start yet. So, when I press yes, in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So, this is Star Wars Dark Forces 2. This is the first Jedi Knight game, and this is the first game that you actually get to play as a Jedi. So, unfortunately, don't play as a Jedi yet. We have to play a couple of stages regularly. So, after level 4, we get to finally get a lightsaber and do cool Jedi stuff. This first level is fairly simple. We just collect a bunch of secrets and then go on. There's nothing really special about this one. It's just there's a small like elevator cycle that you have to hit here, just like nothing. But the main reason we have to collect secrets here is so that we get an additional 4-star. The way this game works is that if you get all secrets in a level, you get an additional force point, and use force points to basically get additional Jedi skills. So that'll be evident later on. So I'm probably going to use this time to like try and explain some basic concepts of the game. So this game is kind of hectic in terms of what you need to do. So I probably won't have time to explain some of the trickier parts later on. So the main like thing we use to skip things is detonation boosts, which involves a weapon called thermal detonator, which is basically just grenades. We use those to basically skip over areas and get to places where we're not supposed to be. We're going to be doing like the same thing with basically a rocket launcher equivalent later on as well. And this game's engine is kind of weird. It's based on the Sith engine that was built just for Jedi Knight 2 and Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2 and Mysteries of the Sith. It has a weird like speciality that if you run against a wall too fast, you actually get hurt, and that's actually going to play a fairly big part later on, actually in the final boss. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. The main bad side of that is that if you run too fast, and you will run too fast, you can accidentally kill yourself multiple times by just ramming against a wall too fast. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I collected all secrets, hopefully. So this is the end of the first level. We should see a small star at the end level screen. Yeah, we did. Okay, good. So this is level 2. Level 2 is... it's horrible. It consists of 3 tricks that you have to do to get like a world record run. All of them involve TD jumps. So the first one is not too bad, but the 2 later on will be very difficult to pull off, and I don't know if I can make them. But the main point you do early on is just to like try and conserve as much HP and as much shields as possible, because the last trick that we're going to do takes up a lot of shields. Since basically you throw grenades down at your feet, you're going to take a lot of damage. Okay. Hopefully gonna kill this guy and he'll drop TDs, thank you. So this is the first TD jump. We just throw one down and then time it so that we get a boost of the second one, like so. And this basically allows us to skip a red key that's right over there somewhere, and takes like maybe 20 seconds to do, but that's boring. Second thing we're gonna do is use this platform to jump over to this control room, and that also saves some time. But the big thing in this level, the big run killer, is coming on very soon. I am quite low on shields. Let me actually do a big safety backup thing. Freak. You need almost 200 shields to do this, so I should have probably realized that early on. Okay, let's try. So this is DDG. DDG is stupid. and you don't want to do DDG when you're starting up, since what you basically have to do is you have to run up this small like platform thing. Oh my god, I got it. Jesus. But you have to like basically turn 180 degrees. Jesus. You have to turn 180 degrees while going up the thing, and then do a very precise TD jump to get over to a basically a pixel-wide space that you're not supposed to stand on, but somehow you are able to stand on, and then you jump up there. That basically saves you having to go up a just wait for a box that takes like 40 seconds or something to come up. So that's a pretty big time save. Okay, this is the newest trick. I'm gonna make a backup save here. So this is it's called cycle skip. This is gonna be very rough, so I'm gonna try and do this and hopefully explain it later on if I get it. So what you have to do is you have to throw a running TD, and then while running you have to do a very high jump from a TD, basically almost max height. So I'm gonna try for this a couple of times. If I don't get it, I'm probably just gonna wait. But it's a pretty big thing. Almost got it there. But there's a pretty big like elevator. Ooh, there we are. There's a second part here. Okay, that's the hardest trick in the game right there. So this elevator just went up right as I got there. So basically, those two elevators have to once go up, then come down, and then go up again. So that cycle takes almost a minute. And if you do that cycle skip perfectly, you save a lot of time. It's very, very hard. Okay, so compared to level 2, level 3 is fairly easy. You just make small jumps here to skip some areas. You'd normally have to go get a key somewhere. I don't know where that key is, but yeah. There's a small puzzle here that involves wrenches and stuff, but that's boring, so let's just TD up here. I'll try and jump here and avoid the little radioactive goop that's over there. Okay. So this is where the secret that we got in level 1 is gonna come into play. So we put 1 point into force speed, and finally we have a lightsaber. In Jedi Academy and Jedi Outcast, the speed actually doesn't really give you speed per se. If you play those games, it just slows down time. But in this game and in Mistress of the Sith, force speed actually gives you proper momentum. So you get to go really fast, almost too fast. Force speed 1 isn't really worth it per se, since you have a fairly limited like force pool early on. You only get to use it like a couple of times, and it isn't very powerful in itself. It almost takes like more time to get the secrets in level 1 than you would save on by just getting the secrets. But where this point actually comes into play is in a section right after this. So there's a water silo thing that you normally have to go through and activate buttons and do swimming, but that's kind of boring. So hopefully I'll do a good setup here. You can throw a TD and just skip the whole area. You can't do that without force speed 1. It's almost possible, but not enough. So that saves how much? I don't remember how much that saves, unfortunately, but it's still worth it to go for that. Okay, just normal stuff until the end. At the level end, we're going to be doing a small trick. For some reason, the game devs decided that even though you're dead, your corpse can still activate death triggers. So we're going to be taking advantage of that a couple of times during this run. So we're just going to go to this door, throw a couple of TDs down, kill ourselves, and then the 2 grenades that I tossed on my back push me through the door and into the level exit trigger, so that skips having to go up to a button and open the door and wait for the moldy crow to come by. Okay. Now we have Force 3, which is pretty nice. We're already starting to go quite fast. Baron set is fairly simple. There's like one small TD jump, and then... Oh, that's not good. And then like other non-consequential stuff. Baron set is a nice breather after the main like lunacy that was in the earlier levels. Okay, there we are. There's a small self boost up here. Okay. Okay, this is Dark Palace. Dark Palace is fairly simple. There's like some minor stuff here as well, but luckily for us, this place only has one secret. This actual level is huge when you do it normally, but for some reason it just has one secret and it's here. And luckily this secret also gives us a rail detonator, which is basically a rocket launcher, and we'll be using that to do a couple of cool jumps. Okay. I'm gonna need TDs for this. Force management is fairly important earlier on as well. You can't just do whatever you want. Okay, so we have to jump over here and then activate these buttons to lower this thing down. And this jump is stupid. It looks simple, it is simple, but it for some reason just ruins many good attempts. Okay. There's an elevator here, we'll just activate that and then go hide here for a couple of seconds. I just swing my saber and count the swings and then leave. So 6 and 7. Okay, we're heading to the first boss. So the first boss is called Yun, and we'll be using a strat to get a quick kill on him, hopefully. So what we want him to do is we want him to jump when he spawns. If he doesn't jump, we'll just restart the level. And what we try to do is jump at the same time and make a powerful swing, and basically try and get a free hit in midair and then finish him up while he hits the ground. No. Okay, jumped. And we got the hit in. Good. This should be fairly fast. No, he blocked. What are you doing? Okay, good. Okay, so get a couple of shields here since we're going to need them for this. This is going to go by real quick, so let me smash this. Then jump up here. And then we have to jump past an invisible wall that's all the way up here. Wow, that was first try, cool. And then we have to place down mines over here. We're doing a variation of the corpse level trigger activation that we did early on, but this time we use a bit more explosives. So for some reason that side of the level is just open for some reason, and if you either have a very good force jump or blow yourself over there, you can just go straight to the level exit. Palace Escape is one of the biggest like run killers earlier on. This game has a lot of run killers. Okay. Just waiting for the cutscene to finish, and then we'll be getting our final points into force jump and force speed, which is nice. So this is basically where the game like starts to get really fast. I say that as this level actually has a really dull waiting part. So yeah, picked up a wrench earlier on, and this is like some kind of fuel depot or something, and we'll just have to like go through the fuel lines, I think, something like that. Okay, activate that thing. You have to press 3 buttons in that area. Damn it. Activate that elevator so you don't have to wait later on. It'll have gone down far enough, so you can just fall down. Try and get the extra Bacta here. Bacta is just peeling items. So this area is kind of boring since to progress you have to first open the door, and you can't open the next door unless the previous one has already closed. So you have to like keep pressing button. Oh no, I did a thing. And if you press the thing too early, when the door hasn't closed, it makes like a ding ding sound, and you can't close the door or open the next one. So that's great. I could use this time to explain what we'll be doing in terms of like force. This game has a good and a bad ending, depending on if you go light side or dark side. Light side is safer in terms of the run, since you get a lot of like protective and healing abilities. But the benefits of dark side is that you actually get to like basically skip some cutscenes. Well, not skip, but there's like a guy who like your mentor who speaks to you before each boss, and after you go dark side, he stops speaking to you. So that saves quite a bit of time. Also, dark side has a lot of offensive abilities, which are very good for some bosses. Okay, we'll be getting the concussion rifle here. Concussion rifle is basically a rail detonator equivalent, except it has splash damage and it does less self-damage to you, so it's a more useful, like, general purpose weapon. Okay. Another exciting elevator sequence. We'll be trying to like speed this elevator sequence up, but it can be finicky sometimes. So I'm gonna just count the horizontal things here, like these beams. That's 5, 6, 7. I didn't make it all the way. That's not bad. Okay, we good. Okay, there's a space monkey in the way. Shoot him, and we're basically at the level end. Okay. This is 88's Revenge. It's also a fairly tight level, so what we'll be doing is we'll be doing a small strat to basically skip a blue key. That blue key would open up a control room somewhere later on, but we can just skip going that, like having to take that, since that control room activates and deactivates a force field that like pushes you up. But luckily, since we have a lot of like cool explosive weapons, we can just like boost past that. Shoot that. Damn it. Hopefully get to this fan. So that place is here, so we'll jump up against this wall and push ourselves down. And that's the end of the level. Okay. This is the second pair of bosses. This is Pick and Gawk. They are very dumb. They're basically the only boss that don't really have a strategy per se. You just kind of like try and swing at them and try and like clump them up together, but they don't have like a proper good strat to them, since you don't really have many tools early on. So it's also very random, because the little guy can go invisible, and that can be very bad if he like turns invisible and goes around the place. Gawk. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Level 12 is a fairly quick one as well. It has an alternative strat, like coming up what you could do. You could do a lot of very precise concussion jumps to like get to a platform, but it saves like maybe 5 seconds at max, and it's very, very hard. Alternatively, you can just like do some small jumps into a green door and just play it safe. Okay. Getting some couple of power cells. Backup ammo for end game. I'll explain what I just leveled there right after this level. So this is Lost Planet of the Jedi. It is one of the worst levels in the game, so it has a very tricky part later on, and during the whole level there are just a bunch of guys that will just tag you with rocket launchers and kill you. So first we have to deactivate, or well, smash like 4 different control panels. That opens that force field over there. And after that we'll have to, there's normally like a set of concussion jumps you have to do in order to get to the level exit. But I'll be doing an alternative strat which involves me getting out of bounds. So let's hope, I think I have enough HP for this. Yeah, let's try it. So you jump up here. Jump up here, I said. And then you jump up here. And now we're out of bounds. So now you can just basically walk to the level exit. I'll do an alternative thing. You can just shoot yourself through the wall again, which is nice. Okay, this is Maul. Maul has a pretty interesting strat to it. Before this was invented, you had to like lure him atop a pillar and smash him, and he could be like really random. But we leveled 3 points into Force Throw. Force Throw is kind of weird since when you're playing casually, you don't really think that it has many uses, but since it like targets an enemy and it throws things at him. But luckily in the speed run, we can utilize that in many ways. So you could just use those 2 boxes to basically smash a Jedi Master to oblivion, which is nice. We'll be using that same strat later on as well. Though that will be far more random. That is fairly consistent, TM. You basically never should fail more with that strat. Okay. Some boring waiting here since you have to wait for your ship to come down. I don't know the lore of this level. I think they took it or something. And you just have to jump over to it. So this is where dark side and light side start to like differ properly. If you went light side, you'd have to fight Saris, a dark Jedi, who is kind of difficult. But instead we can just fight Yan on dark side, and now we have Force Lightning and we can just spam that on him. Fairly easy fight there. Okay, so this is basically the point where like normal players start to get like really confused in terms of like level layout, since this and the next couple of levels can be like very confusing to follow if you haven't played the game properly. Wait, what? Oh, I'm stupid. I didn't press a button there. I went there and supposed to press the button, but okay. So we're probably gonna be actually missing a cycle because of that, which is not cool. There's this like fan or whatever here, and hopefully you can sometimes get a good pattern on that or cycle on that, but sometimes you just get wrecked. Okay, so this level is kind of interesting that you can like choose a lot of different ways to do this, since there are a lot of elevators, and it's up to you on which elevators you want to like try and skip. So I tend to go for this one, which I actually failed. Nice. So failing those is not too bad, but it's a pain sometimes. Okay. Carl says something like can't go through there, but luckily we have Force 4, so we just can go through there. Okay, some more supplies while this elevator comes down. Boost ourselves up. Get through this window. Okay, luckily that guy wasn't blocking me. Okay. And we're basically at the level exit now. Buttons are the hardest thing in this game. They're so hard to press. Okay. This is Descent. Descent is kind of weird. You basically have to run through the same places a couple of times, since first we have to go get a key from somewhere. Oh, damn it. This is not good. This is Okay, made it. So this is the key we have to get, and that opens a control room, which we can use to basically bring down a box in an area we were before. This is the control room. There's the button. And that box is kind of on a cycle, so you can just like take your time and get sequencers and super shields and all that cool stuff. Okay. This box is weird since it doesn't really have collision, like proper collision, so you can just like clip through it, no problem. And also, this game has some weird things that if you land on like a diagonal plane, you can sometimes like not take any damage, so we just basically go down there and land safely. Okay, we're pretty good on shields and HP. I say that as I ram into a wall. Okay, that was good. You can also like mitigate damage by like bonking into walls before you actually fall to the floor. Okay, boost ourselves down, and hopefully we can kill ourselves here. Yeah. You try to get like fairly low there, so you can just fall to the level exit. Okay. This is the Valley of the Jedi. This is the last level before the final two bosses, so it's a very confusing place as a casual player, since there are a lot of like places you can go, and it's kind of a maze, and it has very difficult and very exciting puzzles. Okay. Get away. Here's the very exciting puzzle. You just have to press the buttons on this side 4 times, and then you have to press the buttons on this side 5 times. It's very difficult and very exciting. Basically what's left in the game is we have to go fight a mini-boss, which is spoilers and ATST, and then we have the final 2 bosses, so we're pretty much on the home stretch. Okay. Probably should speed up and not dick about. Okay. Luckily we have Lightning 3, so we can just zap this guy. Okay. Final boss this time. Yay. This is Bok. Bok is the worst. He is a horrible, horrible run killer. His thing is that he jumps around and is a genuine nuisance every time. But there's a consistent TM strategy for this, where you lure him into this hallway and into this room. Bok, please. Bok. Bok. Oh god. Oh dear, this is gonna go horribly. Bok, please cooperate. Okay. There are a lot of like spiky things in this place, so you can just use those to kill him. It's a tragedy to lose like 30 seconds to that guy on a PB pace run. Okay, this is the last boss. Jedi and like Lords or Sith don't really take damage from other weapons other than the lightsaber. However, they do take damage from explosive if those explosives basically make them hit a wall too fast. So we just plant down around 10 mines here, and he walks there. Time's coming up, by the way. I'll explain that later on. And time. Yeah, so Jarek just gets, when he like activates the mines, he just gets smashed into a wall so fast he just breaks his neck and dies. Yeah. That's a pretty decent time. Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to the guys in the Dark Force 2 community. O_circles, Salamiri, Olnak, Rindar, and Lifelike. Those guys have helped me out a bunch. And yeah, this game is real fun. You should give it a try. I think I'm done.